Bem-vindos ao Vinícius Hanle Gamer. Preparem-se para a diversão.
So hello and welcome to what has turned out to be a truly gorgeous afternoon. The sun beaming down on the stands and broad beaming smiles all around us. The mood has soared, and so indeed has the expectation of both teams. So it's away we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it'll have to be the Brazilian Hulk. He has the physique to play as a centre-forward, but for me, he's always a little more effective in wider areas where he can isolate his fullback or cut inside. And whether from open play or a free kick, he can thump a football.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Gustavo Scarpa, that's a nicely weighted pass. He's free, he has got space. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Lino.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Gustavo Scarpa. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, crossed into the box. Too much distance on that. Good work on the right flank here. Flamengo disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Moved on forwards. Hulk, and it's lofted through here. De Arrascaeta. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Can he latch on to this? Clears it away. De Arrascaeta! That's a foul there right on the edge of the box. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. So what can they conjure from this one? And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Rising over the bar. Clearly not happy with that. And it's played forward. De Arrascaeta. De Arrascaeta! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Atletico going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Aim forwards. Gustavo Scarpa. Oh, it's come loose. really well manoeuvred. Oh, that's well done, really robust. De Arrascaeta. Aim forwards. Gustavo Scarpa. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And here's Hulk. And Hulk! Oh, it's come loose. And it's Hulk. Do have a chance to counter here. That's been slipped through. Nice control. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nice physical challenge. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. In with the challenge. De Arrascaeta. Lino. Lobbed in behind. That's a throw. Pulgar. Cuts out the pass.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
He's got away. Atletico have a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
That's a throw. And here's Hulk. De Arrascaeta. That's a nicely shaped ball. He is through here. Oh, cracking ball. He's in here. And a chance! Managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Renan Lodi. Moved on forwards. Gustavo Scarpa. And it's Lino. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Flamengo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Flamengo desperately needs someone to hold up the ball here. And that was very necessary. And it's played forward. So what can they make of this? Now it's Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta! And he hits the net. The second half sparked straight into life.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So here comes the substitution. So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Lucas Paqueta. Lucas Paqueta, gently done.
Flamengo clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
That's a cute ball. De Arrascaeta.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long.
And the finish! Oh, that is asking for trouble. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Gustavo Scarpa. Look at... Oh, no question, that's a foul. Aim forwards. It's a good foot in there. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. De Arrascaeta. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gustavo Scarpa. It's gone out for a throw-in. Hulk. And that's aimed into the middle.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Bruno Henrique. Now it's De Arrascaeta! That comes as a mighty relief. And it's Hulk. Proves too strong. Spread out to the left. He's through, now is he in? This is quite a run. And the shot! Sticks it away! to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Hulk. And he's surging through. Out to the left it goes. That's really well manoeuvred. And that could set him on his way. Now it's Bruno Enrique. Succumbs to the pressure. Moved on forwards. And that has put paid to that.
Yeah, just noticing now about that defensive line and how much it's dropping. It's too deep for me.
And why do you think that would be?
Well, it's an obvious move to prevent the opposition from exploiting the space that was usable.
De Arrascaeta. Lucas Paqueta. Gustavo Scarpa. And it's Hulk. Flamengo can consider themselves just about safe now. Muscular approach does pay off here. And Hulk! Oh, should have put that away.
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
Renan Lodi. Now then, the ball's come loose. Moved on forwards. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Lucas Paqueta looking understandably energised after his goal. That's good running with them. And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Gustavo Scarpa. Now it's Hulk. Played out to the right. Hulk. And it's Hulk! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So we have a double substitution going on here. Aimed in towards the centre. Shot at goal! In he goes again! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter...
Oh, they could be caught out here. Gustavo Scarpa. And the referee brings it to a close. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Flamengo decisively doing what they needed to. I mean, let's be honest, it wasn't a fair fight to start with, so if they played to their strengths, there was always going to be one winner.
So we've reached the end of our coverage.